We're back with more My Southern Home, and I'm here with Ben Tyler with Ben Tyler Building and Remodeling. And Ben, you have taken us to a project where that advanced geometry finally came in handy.
Yes, we all struggle through it in high school, but so much of a construction is directly relatable to geometry class. And what we did here was very interesting. We had two stairwells. One was very narrow, coming to the third floor, and we wanted to finish the third floor. So we essentially had to tear out an entire stairwell system and reframe it. And it was taxing to both the architect and myself because things worked out basically to about within an inch or so. It was a very interesting problem to solve. The people that framed the stairs thought it was a lot of interesting fun, and you can see the finished product is really nice, but it was very fun to actually figure this problem out.
You specialize in older homes. It's a lot of what you and your company do in the Louisville area, and the knowledge base that you have to create solutions for homes that were built in the early 1900s is a really big deal, and it's an important part of the remodeling process here, especially in the Louisville area.
We have a lot of older housing stock, beautiful older housing stock in Louisville. This is a particularly nice Victorian with interesting roof structure and angles, and makes really interesting finished spaces in the third floor, which incidentally are a really good bang for your buck after they're finished and you create living space.
So let's talk about this living space, because there is a lot of intricate details, not just the stairwell, but you needed to add HVAC to this area so that they could use the space.
We did. We had to frame dormers so the stairs would work, and we'd have headroom at the stairwell area where we're standing right now. We modified some of the roof structure so we could actually add foam insulation. So everything's very tight up here. We put a new HVAC system in, taking care of the third floor and part of the second floor, which is common for what we do in these older homes.
And they use this space as kind of a flex space. They have a television, a couch, a Peloton, which is really popular these days, and they have lots of storage here.
We do a lot of these third floors and put bedrooms and bathrooms in them. This one does have a bathroom. It's more of a flex space where you could exercise, or you could have a small office on most of these third floors. It's just a wonderful area. It's like sitting in a tree house if you're in a treat area.
And the bathroom that you created for them in this space is gorgeous, and I love that tile.
Well, thank you. We have a very good help when it comes to that as far as picking out finishes with our clients, and it turned out beautifully.
And you helped them with the master bath downstairs in the bedroom.
We did. We had a closet space that we turned into a nice bathroom area, nice shower, and storage area, yes.
So what are some of the things that homeowners need to think about when they have a historic home like this and when they would like to add some modern touches to it?
If you want to modify anything on the exterior of one of these homes in a historic district, you generally have to run it past a committee that includes architects and city review people. From there, on the inside, you can pretty much do what you want, but you are working with older materials, and that's something that we've been used to doing, and older methods of framing, etc., and trim work that really accents the beauty of these homes.
Well, and that's so important, Ben, because when you're working with a historic structure, you're going to have a good idea of what they used behind these walls to create the look that they were going for, what materials you're going to run into that could be a health hazard to the homeowner or to the crew.
Well, you're right. We know what to expect generally. We've been in this for about 4 decades now, so most of the people that work with us have done these many times before, so we have a good idea behind what's behind those walls, but sometimes there's a surprise or two. No money yet. We haven't found any large sums of money.
What's the largest surprise that you have found?
We find bottles and we find old newspapers, which are fairly interesting, and occasionally some notes written on old wallpaper that are beneath some new drywall or something. So we get a kick out of that kind of thing.
No messages in a bottle yet?
Nothing that's allowed us to retire early or anything like that.
Ben, we are in a small space here, and typically with older homes, when you have this third floor, it's about this size, but you were really able to create a lot of extra storage even in the small footprint for this family.
We generally try to utilize the angle of the roof to a certain extent, and we can put roll-out drawers, we can put small storage closets, anything to help out with the storage, because you're losing your attic storage when you do this. And typically these older homes don't have the greatest basements in the world.
Well, that's a good point. You know, I never thought about the fact that you are losing attic space, but you're also gaining a lot of square footage in your home. So there's a little bit of a give and take there.
There's a little trade-off, but we don't know anybody who's ever said we wish we had our old attic back.
Well, thank you so much, Ben. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more My Southern Home in just a moment.